Wow, he just took off on that one, and he might have just won the game for him.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. In motion right, that's Williams. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Now he's free up the right sideline. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Zach Bond there on the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
34 yards.
And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
CD, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1-yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did, and, you know, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching, but it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
He may go. Saquon Barkley.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 69 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. He brings the kickoff back 85 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Eagles.
Devontae Smith.
75 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On second down, here's Gibbs.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
67 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all to score on EA Sports.
Second down and 6 now.
Gone. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, I would guess it combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
Jack Campbell running him down behind the line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
They go play action with Hurts.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
To Barkley on the check down. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Aiden Hutchinson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Williams to return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Goff now looks to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
That is caught by Laporta.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Play action. Here's Hurts.
This will be caught by Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down. Hurts.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Another try for Barkley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Nolan Smith showing some burst there to catch him behind the line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Play action. It's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. They've got his man complete.
Now he's loose again.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
78 yards.
And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one
and go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. Breaks through the contact. And I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the play. We are at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Here's Jackson to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now back to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. Down the left sideline.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
53 yards.
And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So they gave up the big play on the touchdown of the first drive, Charles, and now they were looking for a big play of their own. Instead, they throw the interception.
And, Brandon, they came right out and went for it, trying to push the ball downfield. But remember, the other side ran a few plays before their big one, so they got a little impatient there, and it cost them.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now it's Jackson.
And this pass broken up. And a contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
But for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder, pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. And that one through the pipes.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. But 1st down hurts as they've got it as we resume action.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith.
36 yards.
And the Eagles are back within a score. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
They're going to run it with Barkley. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This is Smith with a grab. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Barkley.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Barkley again.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out.
And the Eagles have taken the lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Jackson now. Incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Jackson.
Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers.
Touchdown!
Zay Flowers,
29 yards.
and the Ravens have retaken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Complete at the 1. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
He's into space past the 25.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Now a hit and a loose football, and the Ravens have got it. Oh, and a big hit there as he gets it past the 25 before he's met and dropped. So they take the deficit into the lockers. You know they had plans to receive the football. A nice drive, instead a fumble on the kickoff.
And that can be demoralizing right there because, as you pointed out, they had designs on coming out and, okay, we're going to change things here in the second half. Instead, with a deficit already, they cough it up, and now they've got to find a way to keep the score from mounting bigger against them.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the...
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry from a yard away, bowling his way in. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for two so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They go play action here on first down. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Already here, they'll audible to something else. Jackson, first play, going to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. This goes to a former Eagle, Nelson Aguilar. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And it's going to be stuffed up in the backfield. On second down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
In motion left, Bateman. On third down, Jackson. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They go play action with Hurts.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jahan Dotson, 93 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Big strides, look at him go. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
2nd and 5.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Jackson on 2nd down.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
Good job, good job.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
To throw is Jackson.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10. Yard line. Inside handoff, Henry. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Play action. Now Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Patrick Ricard. It's a 1-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Looking here for Smith downfield.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Aguilar.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
2nd and 6.
Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes.
Offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early. I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll roll him out right. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
3rd down and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. That seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. Still going inside the 20.
And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Hurts will throw.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Jackson, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll set up a throw.
Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty
It's caught inside the 25. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 58 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. It's caught by Aguilar. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal.
Again, it's Ricard, the fullback.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Patrick Ricard
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point here in this fourth quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 36. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Barkley. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Up the middle with Barkley.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Barkley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Here's 1st and 10. Jackson.
Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Jackson to throw. He's got Henry, and he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down.
Flush to his right. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed some